It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA fans, I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA Pacers against the Clippers out in Los Angeles. For Los Angeles, they've won 7 of their first 10 games, and you figure they've got to be pretty happy about that. No matter what the talent level is, you're never sure how a team is going to handle those first few weeks. But they've been solid. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah, because you could have been #2 if you stayed a year, I'll tell you. But, this guy, Freak, because if you would have played in that era with Freak, I don't know, Shaq. This guy, he left school early, but he is something unique, different. But I thought bringing his skills to the NBA was big because that helps refine your game a little bit. He's ready. This guy was ready, Shaq.
I have an announcement. You know why he plays so well?
Why?
I'm his father.
It's one of the busiest hubs in the world as the planes land and depart at LAX. It's the Clippers and the City of Angels for a little interconference action here at the Staples Center. It's Wednesday night. You look, it has not been a dramatic change this. Pacers trail by 5. Ellis outside. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Ellis has got his first points of the night.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight. And a moment here to check out the stats for Smith. 5th for free throw shooting. 11th in field goal percentage. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And, you know, he's been deadly from the charity stripe. Phenomenal asset to have on your team, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
Here's Ellis. From deep, George, and he gets it to go. George has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And the dunk by Smith. And Freaks agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his result.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. Pacers trail by 4. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Nate McMillan. He knows that the challenge for his team in this game will be to slow down Blake Griffin, who he described as instant momentum. With Griffin being such a handful physically, they plan to limit his ability to get any space around the basket and hopefully cut down those powerful drives toward the rim.
Thank you, Doris. And Jordan gets it to go.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Pass to George. Griffin against Hill. Screen by Ellis. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Lawson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Paul passes to Smith. For 3. And it's Smith again missing. Over in the corner, Ellis. The three-pointer off the mark.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
A different look for the Clippers. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Jordan. Bargnani comes in for Blake Griffin. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Paul. Then for the Pacers, C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Paul George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team's scoring leaders. The Clippers third.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
He hits the second from the line. Pacers trail by 5. Lawson kicks to Miles. Pass to Hill. On the wing, Stuckey. Indiana again missing.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Chicago, off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out Indiana, they're much further down in the standings right now.
I think for the Pacers, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Well, with the personnel they have, Greg, that leap probably not going to come. I mean, they could be a playoff team, but I don't see them being a major threat. Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Bargnani has screen on Lawson.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
All right, let's go.
Smith hits them both. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, park whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
Sinks the triple. Smith's got 8 points.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Stuckey. Here's Mahinmi. Soft touch off the glass.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Smith kicks to Sloan. Tries from the block. Misses off the left iron. Pacers trail by 6. Lawson outside. To the inside. Stuckey into the lane. Indiana moving it around. From deep, Miles. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Miles has got 5. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And Sloan kicks to Smith. Puts up a 3. Cannot hit. You talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been
vertically challenged. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Bargnani has checked in for Jordan. Crawford comes in for Jeff Green. Smith checked in for J.J. Redick. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Paul. On the court for Indiana. Lawson out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hill in at the power forward. Picked by Griffin. And Sloan kicks to Griffin. 3-on-3. On the wing, Hill. From downtown. The shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Jason Smith, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Here is Lawson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Stuckey.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
The pass to Sloan, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That is on Ty Lawson. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Lawson is doubled. The feed now to Hill. Kicks it to Lawson. And here's Miles outside. Rebound by Smith. Clippers leading by 9. He feeds it to Sloan. Here's Crawford, and it's blocked. They retain possession. Now here's Stuckey. His last outing, he had 8 points. To the inside. Hill, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
The drive by Smith. Screen by Smith. Lets it go from the wing, and he drops that one in. Sloan's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Ray. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Lawson up top. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Clock at 2. It's hauled in by the Clippers. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And last season.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns stepped up to deliver. He picked up 12 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Miles, that's good.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly. They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Stuckey kicks to Miles. Now the dish to Hill. They get it again. Here's Stuckey. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And started hot. And he's only gotten harder.
Clippers leading by 7. Sloan dishes to Smith. Picked by Bargnani. Smith kicks to Crawford. From downtown, Hill.
NBA 2K16.
Hill's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Stuckey passes to Hill. Again missing Hill. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Sloan kicks to Smith. And it's Miles with the rebound. Pacers trail by 7. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Crawford with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Crawford's got his first 2 points.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense.
Now the second half about to start up. It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. Smith in at shooting guard. Jason Smith is out there with Bargnani. Then it's Crawford, and it's Sloan in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Pacers trail by 3. Stolen by Bargnani. And they're pushing it up. Sloan, that's good. Sloan's got 7. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
It's Crawford on the wing. Dishes it to Smith. He kicks it to Sloan. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
There's a good screen. Stuckey dishes to Miles. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Smith outside.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And it's Smith, top of the key. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Sloan. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's Crawford. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Hill. He dishes it to Mahinmi. Can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Los Angeles. J.J. Redick. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith is checked in. George is checked in for Indiana. On the court right now for the Pacers. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. C.J. Miles is out there with Hill. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Crawford left side. Smith. A stupendous finish in traffic. Smith's got 19 points.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year, and when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series, and that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Pacers.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Redick. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Smith, no luck. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Feeds it to Smith. Passes it to Crawford. Kicks it to Smith. He tries for three. Smith missing again. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Chris, how does a win like this help propel the team at this point in the schedule?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, J.J. Redick. Tonight we saw all the reasons why he's been an established presence in this league for as long as he has. Clutch play from a great veteran. Shaq, what'd you think?
He got on a nice roll and deserves a lot of credit for this win, Ernie, Kenny. He might not be the #1 fan favorite, but this crowd was showing him some love tonight. Guys on his team already know what he can do, but it's great to see him have a game like this.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
.2K16